there are the Gharials, and these guys know it's feeding time. I'm very loud, but we are gonna go inside. It's kind of like a s'more that Lauren whipped up. I just fed a Gharial, people. That's a bucket list item. That is sick. I love this. Oh my God, are these my very own Gharial teeth?
We sincerely thank all of you happy campers out there. Your support makes a real difference in our efforts here at Kamp Kenan. This week's special shout out goes to Amy Bruner. Thank you for all you do and for loving reptiles.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm hanging out at my home away from home. It is the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. I'm hanging out with the keepers. We've got Lauren, we've got Liz, and my buddy Jim Darlington. And today is really exciting because it's CrocFest, and it's all about the species we're going in to feed right now. I'm talking about the Indian Gharial. Jim, this is very exciting for me. I'm actually getting VIP treatment here. This is like, yes. I mean, it almost looks good enough for me to take a bite of, but these are Gharial biscuits, and they've got everything a growing Gharial would need, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are here supporting the Gharial Ecology Project. Did I do that right?
Yeah.
I did it right, fantastic. And that is basically raising funds for the Indian Gharial, and what they are doing is they're looking at the sand nesting sites and to kind of map those out.
Yep.
So that conservationists in India, oh, am I allowed to go? I'm sorry. I'm just like, I get so excited. Anyway, there are the Gharials, and these guys know it's feeding time. It's CrocFest. There's a Gharial right there, and this is really amazing. So, Lauren, you guys are getting these guys set up in their stations. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, so they all get fed separately. They have their own spots they know they need to go to, and sometimes they're just a little too excited.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty excited at the moment. So the reason they would put these animals in their own areas for feeding is so that there aren't any potential injuries, because they get excited. And these are actually a delicate species of crocodilian. Would that be fair to say?
Snouts are delicate.
Yes, so the snouts are delicate. I know that
Especially for captures, like when we're catching them, none of us sleep the night before.
it's
just
super
like,
stressful.
oh, yeah.
Okay, when may I, am I entering?
We have to let, he bellied up to the spot too soon.
Okay.
So we need to, you can see, we need to get him to go back in the water. So I'm
yeah,
going to
there
come
is.
out.
Go ahead.
I'm going to come out so I don't distract him.
Very cool.
So
and I'm gonna.
He can't see us.
Yeah.
You got it.
And then Lauren is trying to get him. I mean, he came all the way up to this wall where we would be standing.
Oh wow.
So, because one of the females, they've been fighting over the nest mound, and that's why she was so difficult to get back into the water.
Gotcha. She said stop talking because he hears my voice. Okay, so we're gonna talk really low. But this is pretty exciting stuff, man. So the reason I was explaining the reason they want these animals in their own spots is because you don't want them to kind of injure themselves in a feeding frenzy.
Right.
Okay.
Look at that. Yeah, you can't manage two faces like that together.
Oh, look at this. So I'm very loud, but we are gonna go inside. So anyway, what we're doing is trying to get these animals. Look at that, that's awesome.
Don't move them up.
Come on, big boy.
This is some pretty tense stuff, Jen. And these are high stakes at the moment. Okay, excellent. I'm the waiter, I told you. All right, we got some good stuff here, Jim. All right, Jim, I made it.
He's gonna come right up this way.
Okay.
I'll give that
brownies,
the fishy brownies to Lauren when she's ready.
All right, very cool.
Yeah, he's still half of hers.
Oh, we don't. Yeah, let's not let him do that.
So that's our big boy, right?
That's bad.
Stay right here. Copy that. Copy.
Just because it's
So look at these guys. It's such an interesting species, guys. So CrocFest, the whole thing for CrocFest this week is about the Gharial. And you guys can look in the description here. Look at the size of these guys. They're beautiful. Nice stuff here. Look at this.
Come on, Dad.
That is awesome. And these guys can get much bigger, right, Lauren?
Yeah, they can get up to 18 feet.
18 feet long. Now, a lot of the problem these animals are facing in India is being caught up in fishermen's nets, right, Jim? I mean, that's a big issue with this species. So basically, what efforts are being done to keep these animals from winding up as bycatch, or in fact, you know, aren't they indiscriminately killed sometimes by fishermen because they view them as a competition?
And not just that, but they can also get in trouble for messing with them. So that's a way to get rid of the evidence.
Oh, I see. Now, you'll notice these guys have some beautifully white teeth there, and that slender, very slender snout. Not to be confused with a similar species, which is the Tomistoma, and that's the false Gharial.
More crocodile-like.
Gotcha.
You know, a little bit bigger head. Even though their snout's narrow, it's compared to this, it's not. Mostly the Tomistoma is narrow compared to a lot of crocodiles.
Crocodiles, right? But this is its own genus. It is a true Gharial, and that, you know, as we often say, when you look at a crocodilian's snout or jaws, it usually identifies what these animals eat. And what do you guys think at home? What do you think the Gharial, besides these awesome brownies that Lauren whipped up, what do you think these guys would eat in the wild? If you say fish, you are 100% correct. These guys, are they primarily fish eaters?
Correct.
Yeah, so
as adults, just fish.
that's amazing. So,
Did you want to feed them?
oh sure. I mean, what do we got to do here? Give me the
Basically, you just poke that down in there,
and
once he's done eating, he'll put his head down.
okay.
You'll hear him exhale, and that'll be the time where you just take this and you just put it right up next to his snout, and he'll take it from
Okay, we want to make sure that he exhales. He's
Yep.
properly eaten. Shall I just do it from here or stand up here? All right, you got it. I'll stand right up here. This is amazing.
Take it out.
All
So
right.
you hear him exhale. He's relaxed a little bit. Now you can take it and
Put it to
just
the
right
side.
there.
Right here. Come on.
And
Come on,
get a
bud.
little closer. There
Yep,
you go.
there we go. And I can just pull it out. It's kind of like a s'more. It's like a marshmallow, playing with marshmallows. I feel pretty excited. That's awesome. I just fed a Gharial, people. That's a bucket list item.
You
And
broke
your
my
bamboo.
stick.
I broke your stick. We're going to have to talk to the manufacturers there. But this is
find one.
really cool. Look at this thing,
Do
guys.
you want to feed another one?
I kind of do. Thank you so much. Since I broke one side of your stick, let's do it again, everybody. Here we go.
Give him a second.
Oh, sorry.
It gets a little stuck sometimes.
Yeah, I'm rushing. I'm sorry. We want to make sure this guy swallows his meal. Look, it's Nature Boy Adrian over there. There he is. We got all kinds of celebrities here at CrocFest today.
Now just get it really close in.
There we go. Come on. Do they have ISOs on their jaws?
Yes.
They do. That's amazing. Look at that. We got it. Very, very cool. But this is a beautiful animal. Look at the teeth are perfectly white. And that's actually a good indication that these animals are in amazing condition. Just that dentition and just the quality. Sometimes you'll see people with crocodilians in captivity that have no teeth, and it's because they're not getting the proper diet. These guys are looking pretty good. Amazing. I don't know. How often do they have to go to a dentist? Not often, I suppose.
Every once in a while.
Every
not
once in a
too
while.
often.
Pretty cool. There's Jen. Jen's got us backed up here. And this is just amazing. Now, this guy clearly has more to go. I'll let you... He's kind of just relaxing with it there, huh?
He's enjoying his spotlight.
He definitely has quite a few eyeballs on him. So this is really, really cool. What a treat for me to be involved in this. I love it, guys. But again, similar to other crocodilians, eyes placed on top of the head. You know, they got all their apparatus, you know, for a life in the water. But the males will get that bulbous nose, right? And as they grow, it becomes more pronounced.
Yeah, they usually get a huge gar on the top of their snout.
Wait,
His is
they
little
call it a
smaller.
gar? Is that what it's called, a gar?
A gar.
Gar,
Is that why
yeah.
they call them Gharials?
It's Hindi for pot.
There you go. Come on, we're learning here. There's a reason they're called a Gharial. He's gonna eat now. Thank you, sir. That is sick. I love this. But you know what? I feel, oh, he's over it. He's over it, Jim. Look out. See you, dude. Let's go over here. What do you got? So, oh my God, are these my very own Gharial teeth?
There you go.
That is amazing. Can you talk to me a little bit about the gals in here? I'm talking, of course, these gals right here. That is, is it 1.2 in here, Dan?
Yes. So yeah, one male and two females.
Oh, look at this. Don't worry, I'll get up and move.
Who do we have there, Dan?
This is Sutra right here.
Her name's
Hi,
Sutra?
sweetheart. Yep.
Very cool, man.
Yeah, Kama and Sutra.
Very cool. I love it. How long have these animals been at the park here in St. Augustine?
They've been here since they were small.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
30 years?
Smallish.
So you've been here, how long have you been here?
I started here about 31 years ago.
Wow, man. So you watched them grow up.
They were little guys, yeah.
Yeah, and so how does that feel to have been here working with these amazing animals for that long and then seeing such a successful captive program?
So they don't seem like the same animal because they were very defensive and really difficult to work with when they were little. Now they're just either all feeding response, and the only time they're like this is when they're nesting. Wow. Other than that, it's all about food. And
is that what's going on here? Is there a little bit of competition happening? Because when we came in, what was going on?
So that was the dominant female. We think she's dominant, but she's the one that's laid for us before.
Okay.
She was wanting us to not be here.
Gotcha.
So she's guards this area, and when we watch the cameras at night, both females were all over this thing.
Really?
Yeah, that's when they would lay their eggs.
So in nature, these animals then would also have, you know, historically they used to have much more available beaches for them to lay. Right. Nowadays, with the massive construction and things happening in Southeast Asia and in Asia in general, sand is now a commodity.
Yeah.
And so what's happening on the Ganges or in their natural habitat that's affecting these animals?
Well, a lot of that sand is pulled away and used elsewhere.
On the Chambal River.
They take it, yep.
On the Chambal River, there's a group of individuals, private organizations that are day and night going, and with big heavy machinery, tractors, they're pulling sand off of the original nesting habitat and really taking all that sand away from these animals.
Is it true that there's something of a sand mafia out there? Is there a black market? We don't talk about that?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. We don't talk about Fight Club, sorry.
right.
But I mean, even just resorts on beaches, that's where they get their sand from.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, all right, this is a critically endangered species of crocodilian, which is not a moniker you want if you're an animal. That's something, copy that. So even though they have the slender snouts, you know, part of me is a little like, it's no big deal, but they can definitely hurt you.
Shred you
Yeah.
like a cheese grater.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So we do want to give them the respect they deserve because it is a large, powerful crocodilian. But do they have what is their jaw pressure? Like, is it similar to gators? Is it less?
I bet they did that.
They did.
But I don't remember the number.
And the gentleman is standing outside that
Okay.
did part of that research. And so I don't remember the exact number, but definitely immense jaw pressure. However, these animals are catching fish. So really it's that hydrodynamic snout and sharp teeth.
So yeah, hydrodynamic, meaning
Swing
it can
it,
swing
swing
it
it
fast
water.
in the water to catch fish. So the animal is perfectly adapted for the prey that it eats. This is really cool, guys. I can't thank you enough. I mean, just being in here with this animal, Lauren letting me feed one. It's my buddy. She also keeps me and Orlydia. We're taking care of Orlydia at the house because of my pal.
This enclosure has
some Orlydia in it. Yeah.
It's a mixed species enclosure.
That's so cool when you see, like, because they really can't hurt the turtles because they're not kind of targeting them as prey. So that's interesting. But if I put my turtles in with my American alligators, they would definitely be headless turtles and crush shells. You were going to say something else, and I just want to make sure you get a chance.
Really cool thing. We talked about how delicate their snout is. When we want to come in and do a capture, when we have to come in and do a capture, we have this thin PVC pole with the string going through it, and on the end of that we have a partially closed zip tie, and the leader end is attached to that string. So we can walk to the edge of the pool. We can gently get that zip tie over both jaws, over their mouth, and try not to touch them. And then when you yank that string through the PVC, it shuts that zip tie on their mouth. And you do a couple of those, and you don't have to worry about them opening their mouth and getting stuck in the sand or banging on something.
I would imagine.
So now both their jaws are together, and you have twice the strength.
Gotcha.
So we never catch these without zip tying their mouths together.
That makes sense.
First, yeah.
And I would imagine you want to try and get them away from any hard objects and things like that, because even side to side could potentially break a jaw.
So so like if we want to pull her out here, we'll zip tie her jaws. We'll have the capture equipment on her, and before we pull her out, We have wet moving blankets ready. So when she gets up on the edge of the pool, we throw a couple of those.
Oh, wow.
And not only will the padding help protect her head, but just the weight of a couple of moving blankets. And then as soon as we can drag her past the tree, we used to have another tree here we removed. We'll drag her past the tree. Everybody can safely mug her. Her mouth is zip tied shut. And then we put some vet wrap on her.
Gotcha. And that would be for any kind of veterinary workup, or if there was work being done in the enclosure to upgrade it, they'd have to move the animals off display. Usually the animals are just left alone to do their thing, but this is all necessary for the captive husbandry. It's amazing, just all these little techniques that we get to hear about from you guys, the professionals, working with 25 different species of crocodilian here at the St. Augustine had something in my mouth, alligator farm. But not a farm, it's a zoo. And she's naughty, this one. She's naughty. She wants to sneak on out. Listen, I could stand here all day, folks. I just wanted to give you the VIP treatment, as we always do when we're here at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. The zoo for you and for me. It's always a pleasure to hang out with Mr. Darlington. Thank you. Don't leave me hanging, sir. Dan the man. Where's Lauren? She's over there. You love it when I turn that camera on you. And then Jen was somewhere, but she's split. She's busy. Yeah. She's working things. Don't forget, CrocFest. It may be over, but you can help support the Indian Gharial. Kamp Kenan viewers are extremely charitable. I want to ask you guys to go to the links in the description below to give what you can for the support of these amazing crocodilians in the wild. These guys are ambassadors here in North America, and man, I'm stoked to have been a part of this. So thanks again, guys, and ladies, Karma Sutra. What was the gentleman's name? Taj. We'll see these guys on another episode. Come visit them in person. You'll be stoked.